Oh, Jesus Christ, guys. Welcome back to the show. It's another day.
A new day, a new you.
So I hope you all perverts are doing good out there. I do want to, before we get into the program, okay? Everybody loves this. Oh, let's make fun of this weird, troubled guy. Let's make fun of him. Let's roast this guy who's clearly got some serious problems. Before we get into that, what everybody loves to see, I just wanted to ask you guys, have you been getting this mud ad all the time? I've been getting this for like a decade, this ad.
Friends would walk up to me and just be like, "What the f*** is in your mug?" And I would just tell them, "It's mud."
So look, I don't know what this guy's doing. He's some kind of pervert who rubs mud all over his genitals, guys. I purchased this product a couple weeks back. It's unlikely I will be able to finish the first can. Okay, we're not gonna. This poor guy, man. People always ask me, what's in that jar that you're drinking? Oh, I took a shit in this, and now I'm drinking it, because I've kind of lost. Let's get into our favorite segment, This Week in Benny Shapeno. This week on the show, he bagged a huge guest.
We got him. Big alert. It's him, Bill.
But the real epidemic is obesity, and that we don't talk about.
I mean, I wonder why you think that is, just out of curiosity, why you think that everybody's scared to talk about it. I mean, I have a theory, but I want to hear yours.
Let's hear yours first.
Okay, sure. So, I mean, my basic theory is that as a society, we've really cracked down very hard on the idea that people have any sort of control over their lives. And whenever you imply that somebody has control over their life and they have a problem and that maybe they can avoid that problem, they get very, very angry at you. And obesity is a great example of this because the vast majority of people who are obese are people who probably should be eating less and creating caloric deficit.
You silver-tongued it beautifully, Ben. I was just going to say they love to stuff their face, but it's really...
Oh, hell yeah, damn. What a...
God damn it.
God damn it. And Jesus Christ, what a great insight. What a great insight there. Why is the United States like 12th? I think it is. We'll look at the ranking in a second. Why is the United States 12th in obesity? Why? Oh, just because these people have never heard that you should get a caloric deficit. Oh, good one. Man, they never heard that, Ben. Oh, they never heard that. People who are overweight have never heard, hey, maybe you should eat a little bit less and exercise more. This is just, oh, man. That knowledge was not out there. And thank God that this weird YouTuber put it out. Now everything's fixed. They go on and on about this, but before we get into this, just how absurd this is, just how absolutely absurd this kind of thinking is, and just unscientific and useless it is. I was watching a really interesting documentary about fentanyl, which I'm thinking about trying it. No, that's a joke. YouTube, it's a joke, okay? Please. It's a joke very similar to the jokes of
C.K. Louis.
Nope.
When you eat something that you enjoy, you get a dopamine surge in your brain. It reinforces that, so you look for that stimulus again. The response to drugs of abuse are orders of magnitude more in terms of dopamine.
Like I said yesterday, it doesn't take long for me to go into withdrawal.
I know. So this is why it's very common that we see patients who have addictions, they're always looking for the reward of the addictive substance. That's not a will issue. That's a neurochemical issue. And that's in the most primitive part of the brain. So what we're trying to tell people with these, with the moral stance that we tend to take as a society is, we'll use the more evolved parts of your brain to turn off your survival mechanisms.
I think probably a lot of obesity is more connected to that kind of stuff, but I play that because their view of drug addiction is the exact same as it is with that.
Just fix yourself. Just do it. You don't have willpower. Just do the willpower.
But it's unscientific, it doesn't work, and it's stupid. Actually, you know what? God damn it. It was right in front of my eyes the whole time. I think I have found a cure to drug/food addiction and problems.
It's mud.
It's mud.
I walk around drinking turd water. Okay? That's where I'm at in my life.
And obesity is a great example of this because the vast majority of people who are obese are people who probably should be eating less and creating caloric deficit.
Here's another big problema with this. Here are the most obese states, the highest obesity rates in states in the United States. Mississippi, West Virginia, Arkansas, Tennessee, Kentucky, South Carolina, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Alabama, and Michigan. In other words, the top states for obesity are the ones that are taking Ben Shapiro's advice.
You do what I say.
By the way, just to take this a little bit seriously, these states with the highest rates of obesity are pretty much all also the poorest states in the country. So that really tells you everything you need to know about how we could change these percentages. So there you go. It's crazy, but the United States is way up at the top. We are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're 12th. We're 12th. Let's look at one that's way down on the list. France, I'm pretty sure, is way down on the list of obesity. Ooh, Italy's not doing bad. Of course, all the Nordic countries, Denmark, Finland, all them, doing better. Are people in Denmark, are they just like, people have told them more, you need to get in shape? I mean, they have all the same access to junk food and all this crap in Denmark and as we do here. Are they just, they just watch more Ben Shapiro videos where he's like,
Get your ass out on a treadmill. Get that little Debbie out of your mouth.
like they just heard that more? I mean, there's lots of easy stuff we could do, like have public fitness programs, better lunches and meals in schools, and education, more education about this, blah, 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 all that kind of crap. But also, I think a lot of people, this is why they like to frame it this way of,
You just need to get off your ass. Get off your ass.
is because probably people are pretty stressed out. I mean, when you have like people really worried about being able to pay their bills and not having health care and all this stuff, a lot of stress involved in that. So this is part of what I think they really don't want to look at, is that like, oh, people are kind of, the way we're doing things just overall is kind of like making people really stressed out and overeating and all this crap.
But no, just get it together.
No, yeah, that's a great idea, Ben Shapiro and Bill Maher. We'll just say Hercules to people, and then they'll be, oh, I'm ashamed, and they'll lose weight. Yeah, that's gonna work, guys. Good idea.
No. And there's this feeling about nearly everything in American life. Everything can be boiled down to an issue of identity. And the problem with that, of course, on a broader political level is once everything's an identity, including your political perspective, every political argument becomes an attack on you as a person. Because if your identity is your politics, and then I disagree with your politics, that's not us having a rational debate. That's me attacking your character. That's me saying you're a bad person. It's me trying to unperson you. You hear this sort of language all the time in a variety of issues. You're trying to erase me as a human being. If I disagree with you, obviously the most obvious example is on transgenderism, where the argument is that if you don't want Leah Thomas, the biologically male swimmer, swimming against women, this is because you're trying to erase Leah Thomas's transgender identity.
Yeah, there is something to like, oh, people on Twitter, they're getting all worked up. They're getting all worked up in little Twitter or political, quote unquote, Twitter arguments that are meaningless, and they're not doing anything behind the scenes to try to make things better. They're just like arguing with people on Twitter, and they think that that's their identity or whatever. Yeah, that's kind of a huge waste of time. Okay, we can agree on that. But then he kind of goes into he's like,
People are attached to this with their identity, so you can't have a conversation.
and then he goes into some of his trans. He picked the one example where that doesn't work. Like, yeah, okay, the identity thing, if you're just arguing with people on Twitter and you're getting super attached to your little Twitter arguments, yes, that's kind of stupid. If you're on some like trans bigotry, then yeah, you are attacking their identity, you dumbass, you moron. This dude, I mean, besides himself, he's got dudes on his channel like going to grade schools reading weird Nazi anti-trans books to children and stuff like this. Yeah, you're attacking a group of people, like specifically, you idiot. It's not just the,
Oh, my identity's attached to politics just for fun on Twitter.
No, you're attacking people's identity. The other reason I love watching Ben Shapeno videos is the ads. The ads are just beautiful. Watch Bill Maher's reaction to these ads, by the way.
For Republicans, I don't think they're even savable. Whereas the Democrats, maybe I'm being a cockeyed optimist, but I still think they are savable.
So let's get to those two issues in just 1 second. First, let's talk about your sleep quality. Helix Sleep. This is the mattress you need. They have a
I gotta do this stuff for mattresses. I gotta squeeze every dime out of this crap.
it comes to all this stuff, which is voting and Trump and all of these sort of insanity of the last couple of years. First, let's talk about if you need to recruit more employees and better employees. You do. You need better employees. And here's the thing.
You gotta get some employees. Get some employees. I gotta squeeze another ad in here. I gotta squeeze in an ad every 5 minutes when I got Bill on. By the way, put in /Ben guest. I guess Ben was already /Ben was already taken.
You're killing me with this thing.
That's half the fun.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about.
Okay. All right. Guy's gonna read ads the whole time. Okay.
The show should be called Ringing with Ben, and the logo for Ben's crap is just two hands ringing, like ringing the show for every dime. Ringing with Ben. I gotta say, this is a pretty boring interview. It's not pretty boring. How many views? How many views we got on this one? No, oh, wow, 1 day, 623,000, 624,000, really. So there we go. That's Bill Maher. He got Bill.
Okay, it's me, Bill Maher. Okay, I'm hanging out with Ben Shapiro.
This is my Bill Maher impression.
It's me, Bill Maher. I'm hanging out with Ben Shapiro now.
So there's that. Here's the other video that's pretty funny this week. Mark Hamill, the guy from Star Wars, triggered over Florida law protecting 5-year-olds. I bet there's nothing skewed or weird about that explanation, probably, right?
I got into it with the guy from Star Wars.
If you just watched legacy media, if all you consumed was legacy media all day long, you would think that it is now illegal to say the word gay in the state of Florida. And apparently every left-wing celebrity you know thinks it is illegal to say the word gay in Florida. Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker. He just tweeted out yesterday a giant tweet that just said gay, 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 like 1,000 times. You see every celebrity that you can think of tweeting out the word gay because somehow this is a blow against the evil, repressive state of Florida, which of course does have a fairly significant gay population living within it. There are a bunch of people who are tweeting out yesterday that they were being silenced and erased from Florida life because of the so-called Don't Say Gay bill. Again, if you thought that there was a bill called Don't Say Gay that had just passed the Florida legislature and that had been signed into law by the governor, number one, that would be violative of the First Amendment. And number two, you might think that there would be a punishment for doing any of these things. There is not, because there is no Don't Say Gay bill in the state of Florida. Instead, there is a bill that says that teachers are not allowed to sexually or gender ideology indoctrinate children. K through 3.
This is why I love Ben Shapeno. I mean, it's just like there's no connection. There's no connection to reality, I think, with Ben Shapeno, which is why I love him. You know what I mean? Because it's like the whole premise of this segment is
it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that in the bill, that you can't say gay.
You know what else it doesn't say in the bill? The word indoctrinate.
Indoctrinate children.
Is not in the bill either, Ben Shapiro. So here's the part of the bill that he's talking about. Classroom instruction by school personnel or third parties on sexual orientation, which gay would be one of them, or gender identity may not occur in kindergarten through grade 3, or in a manner that is not age appropriate. Who decides that, dude? Or developmentally appropriate for students in accordance with state standards. So again, this whole segment is about,
that's not what the bill says. It doesn't say you're not allowed to say the word gay.
Which I love that he's like taking that super literally. Like they're calling it the Don't Say Gay bill, which it pretty much is. I mean, if you read the bill, I mean, actually, Don't Say Gay is really not even a stretch. But again, the whole thing is like,
it doesn't say that. The bill's not called that. By the way,
and he says indoctrination like 4 or 5 times, that's not in the bill. That word is not in the bill, indoctrination. So what he's saying is like, What he's saying is like,
You gotta get the bill right, what it says. By the way, I'm saying something that it doesn't say.
and just to be clear, this law is just red meat for bigots. I mean, this is just a straight up like these morons, wherever there is Florida, right? You know, of course, it's the same old thing. These people have no real policies to fix anything. So what can we do? Oh, bigotry.
Again, this is not a bill that says you can't say gay in the state of Florida. It's not even a bill that says that you can't say the word gay in school. It says that you are not allowed to indoctrinate small children into your sexual values, and the left is having a bleep fit over it.
There's indoctrinate again. Oh, shit, man.
Which demonstrates where they are. And the fact that the media just reflect whatever the propaganda point of the day is truly astonishing. And let me just show you some of the media headlines that have used the "don't say gay"
Hell yeah.
labeling.
Let's look.
Okay, because there are a lot of them. There are a lot of them. The media universally adopted this language because the memo went out. So, for example, the AP, this is just a straight headline. It's not an opinion headline. From Anthony Izagirre, who I assume didn't write the headline. It says, "Don't say gay bill passes in Florida, goes to governor." That's not the name of the bill. This is like if Republicans...
Do you think maybe that's why "don't say gay" is in quotes?
That's not the name of the bill. They got it wrong. The AP made a mistake. I will be writing a letter to the editor. These morons, they got the name of the bill wrong. They got the name of the bill wrong. They don't know the names of things. It's me, Ben Shakosby. Oh, Theo, Rudy.
People are calling it the "don't say gay" bill because it basically, I mean, does it say at the top of the actual text of the bill, this is the "don't say gay"? No, but that's what it is. So that's why people are calling it that in quotes.
They got the technical title of the thing wrong, technically, because they made a mistake. They made an oversight.
What are you babbling? What are you talking about? The other thing I gotta say is this is a real pulling up the ladder moment from Benny Shapeno, because what this is intended to do, and I do think kids nowadays are smarter than this crap. I think this is meant for their lunatic parents or some crap who accidentally fell down some kind of right-wing idiot rabbit hole because they got an ad on Facebook or something. But I think one of the intentions of this bill is to basically, I mean, honestly, encourage harassment and bullying, to kind of stigmatize and otherize gay and trans people, which, you know, to encourage high school, grade school bullying, you know, and somebody like Ben Shapeno supports that. Somebody who, let's be honest, probably spent most of his time in grade school and high school seeing the world through the vents of the inside of a locker, you know?
They want to be able to take your kids away from you and then turn their values against your values. This is their goal. They want it. And they will call it a form of bullying if they don't get what they want.
Oh boy.
So you must be bullied. You must be silenced. Your kids must be told stuff that you don't even...
I mean, this is so bad that it seems like some kind of an operation, let's just say. They want to take people, telling people who are already not doing so great, they want to take your kids away from you. Who, by the way, who's they? Who's the last thing like a public school teacher wants to do is take your kid. They want your kids to get away, get out of here. They've had it. They've had it with these little snotty-nosed rats, to be honest. I think he might know what he's doing here. This really feels like a redirection of energy to me. Of they're trying to take your kids away from you, and they're also bullying you. In other words, here's who to be mad at. Who? At the school board at a public school, I guess. I don't know. Didn't you get a bunch of money from billionaires to start this thing? Should I be mad at that? No! What? No! Some school board guy who gets paid no money. That's who you should be mad at. What happens in a school, okay, in kindergarten to grade 3 in America, is not just these teachers trying to get through the day with these little mutants that you pooped out, okay? No. It's not just them teaching them the basic crap and trying to get out of there in one piece. No. They're doing what I call forced trans on these kids. You know, they do like the gold star system, and how trans you are means you get the star. The more trans you are, you get in the star. That's what they say in these schools, right? Demented parents who have lost all touch from reality. And we got to get them. We got to put that energy there and not over here. To there. It just has this has written all over it. Let's make up. Look, there are some pretty big problems in this little dump of a country we live in. There's some pretty big problems here, but these problems, we kind of like them the way they are. So I got an idea. Let's just create totally different problems and then get people so foamed up about this problem with stuff like they're going to take away your kids that they forget about those other problems, right? I'm Ben Shapiro. It's so funny. It's so funny. This is like full circle because, earlier they were talking about the obesity epidemic, people being overweight and all this stuff. And they're basically saying the reason that so many people are obese is because of low character. I mean, that's exactly what they're saying. They're just like, these people just don't have the character to stop eating so much and get in shape. So the problem is character. We have high character, me, Bill Maher, and me, Ben Shapiro. And we need to bestow our wisdom upon these obese people who just are lower character. If we're going to take this bait and talk about character, this is the most criminal-minded crap I've ever heard. Telling people that someone is going to take away your kids and they're bullying you.
Hey, dog.
Before we go on, today's episode is brought to you by Puke Water. It's a disgusting water, man. But it's healthy for you. It's got a pickle. It's got a pickle in it. People always ask me, what's in your water? And I'm like, oh. People always ask me, what's in your water? And I say, oh. Well, there we go, guys. Just taking a peek into what we call the weird side of YouTube. Lot going on there. How many views on this thing? 388,000. In 3 days? Wow. Good job, man. Good job for you. That's a real party. Well, guys, happy Monday. You know what I mean? Not the best day. Let's just get that out of the way. Hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey, guys. You're only getting a fraction of the weekly shows. If you want a new motherfucking episode every day, subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. You get the patron-only Tuesday and Thursday shows, the Bookablega show where we look at important books, and the goddamn weekly behind-the-scenes show. And for only 25 bones, you could become a producer and get your name up here. Look at these people. These people make this show possible. If it wasn't for them, nothing. We don't have a show. We got nothing, and it's garbage. And we have to just leave. We have to just basically walk away, and we don't even really know where we're walking. That's the truly troubling part about all this. But please, become a patron today. For as little as 2 bones, or 5 bones is another level, or 10, or you go the full 25 and you get up here. Big special thanks to these people. Love you guys. Love you guys so much.